Every morning at exactly 5:30 a.m., I step out onto my little wooden porch in Kyoto. The air is still cool, birds are just starting their gentle songs, and I stretch my arms toward the rising sun. At 84, I still tend to my garden climb stairs without pain and cook all my meals from scratch. My joints are kind, my skin still soft, and my spirit light. People often ask me, "What's your secret?" It's simple, really. I eat like my mother taught me, slowly, mindfully, and always starting with the right foods in the morning. In Japan, we don't chase youth with pills. We nourish it through habit. And science now agrees. Traditional Japanese breakfasts, rich in fermented foods, fish, sea vegetables, and warm tea, not only provide natural sources of collagen, but also reduce inflammation and slow aging at the cellular level. In today's video, I'll share with you 5 gentle yet powerful morning foods from my culture that support your body's collagen naturally. These are the same foods I've eaten most of my life, and I believe they're part of why I feel so alive even now. Before we begin, I'd love to know, where are you watching this from and what time is it for you right now? Please let me know in the comments below. I truly look forward to reading them. And don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss what's coming next. What is collagen, and why should the elderly absorb it from food? When I was young, no one talked about collagen, but we saw its signs in daily life. Grandmother had strong, upright posture. Her skin, even at 80, had a smoothness that surprised visitors. She never used creams. She used food. So what is collagen really? It's the glue that holds our body together, literally. It keeps our skin firm, our joints cushioned, our muscles supported, and even helps our bones stay dense. But here's the hard truth. After age 60, our bodies produce less and less collagen each year. That's why you may notice thinner skin, aching joints, or muscles that shrink too quickly when you stop moving. Many people in America turn to powders and pills. But in Japan, we have a different belief. If the body forgets, we remind it gently through what we eat. The key is not to flood your system with artificial collagen. The key is to feed your body the ingredients it needs to rebuild its own. Think of your body like a quiet old house. You don't paint over the cracks, you restore it brick by brick. The right foods, eaten with care and consistency, help your body remember how to make collagen again. And there's something more. These foods are not just for the body. They warm the heart. They bring back memories. They are connected to mornings full of light, soft steam rising from soup bowls and the sound of wooden chopsticks clicking gently. That's the power of food, not only to nourish, but to restore. A mother's morning ritual. The secret behind my skin. I still remember the sound of her steps before sunrise, soft, steady, like the rhythm of a lullaby. My mother always woke before the rest of us, quietly lighting the charcoal stove and boiling a small pot of dashi, the fragrant Japanese broth that started every meal in our home. As a child, I didn't understand what she was doing. All I knew was that the mornings felt safe, warm, and full of comfort. But as I grew older, I began to see the pattern. Every dish she prepared had a purpose: a little grilled fish, a scoop of fermented soybeans, a steaming bowl of miso soup. Nothing fancy, but everything healing. She used to say, if you want your skin to stay soft like seaweed, you must eat the ocean in the morning. I didn't quite know what she meant until much later in life, when I saw that many of her habits were rooted in wisdom, now confirmed by science. Unlike in America, where breakfast often means toast cereal or sugary coffee drinks, in Japan, breakfast is a quiet ritual of balance. Protein, minerals, fermented foods, warmth. It's never rushed and it's never skipped. When I visited my cousin in California years ago, I was surprised. She was in her 60s, but already complained of stiff joints, sagging skin, and brittle nails. It's just aging, she told me. But I wasn't sure. Was it really aging, or was it how we begin each day? In Japan, we believe that breakfast is the foundation of health, not only for energy, but for longevity. The morning meal sets the tone for the body's internal rhythm, and for those of us past 60, it becomes even more important. We no longer have the resilience we once had, so we must support our bodies gently with intention. One thing that surprised me as I learned more about health is that collagen is not just something we lose, it's something we can encourage our bodies to make again. But only if we give it the right support. Collagen doesn't come only from powders. It starts with the very foods we place into our bowls each morning. My mother never said collagen, but she knew what nourished the body. She taught me that some foods soften the years, keep the skin supple, the bones steady, and the spirit grounded. Now I want to pass that wisdom on to you. Grilled salmon. Morning strength from the sea. In Japan, we often begin the day with the ocean not just in spirit but on the plate. Of all the treasures the sea offers, few are as beloved in the early morning as a simple, gently grilled slice of salmon. It's warm, delicate, and full of life-giving strength. For over 60 years, I've eaten salmon in the morning at least 3 times a week. My mother prepared it the same way her mother did a small fillet grilled over open flame, the skin just crisp, the inside still tender. Served with steamed rice, a few pickled vegetables, and a bowl of miso soup. Nothing complicated, just deeply nourishing. Science has only recently caught up to what our elders have known for generations. Salmon is rich in type, collagen, the exact kind our skin, bones, and tendons need the most. It also provides omega-3 fatty acids, which fight inflammation and protect the collagen your body still makes from breaking down too quickly, a common concern after age 60, when oxidative stress begins to rise. What many people don't realize is that the collagen is especially concentrated in the skin. That crispy, flavorful edge that some people discard, it's a natural source of strength. My father used to scold us gently if we left the salmon skin on our plates. That's where your knees get their power, he'd say with a smile. In Okinawa, a region known for extraordinary longevity, fish, especially in the morning, is a way of life. I remember visiting a 102-year-old fisherman during a family trip many years ago. He prepared his breakfast with steady hands, grilled fish, rice, seaweed. When I asked him the secret to his health, he chuckled and said, "Fish in the morning keeps the doctor away," then stood up with no cane, no support, and walked toward the shore carrying a heavy basket of fresh seaweed. Compare that to many Western breakfasts, sugary cereals, processed bread, or coffee on an empty stomach. These may fill the belly, but they rarely nourish the deeper layers of the body, the muscles, the joints, the bones. And they certainly don't help with collagen. If salmon feels too unfamiliar to eat in the morning, start small. A baked fillet the night before can be gently reheated. Add it to a warm rice bowl, or pair it with eggs if that feels more familiar. You don't need to be traditional. You just need to be consistent. The body doesn't demand grand changes. It listens to the tiny, loving gestures we repeat each day. And grilled salmon, quiet, simple, full of sea-born strength, is one of the gentlest gifts you can offer. Miso soup, the gentle healer of every Japanese morning. If grilled salmon gives strength, miso soup gives balance. For most Japanese families, no breakfast feels complete without a warm bowl of miso, fragrant, soothing, and filled with quiet power that lingers long after the last sip. When I was a little girl, my mother had a rule: miso soup was always served last, just before we sat down to eat. She would say, "Let the steam wake your face before the food wakes your body." And so even today, as I hold the bowl close to my lips, I inhale the gentle scent of fermented soybean and sea air and feel something soften inside. But miso soup is more than comfort. It's deeply restorative, especially for those of us entering the later seasons of life. Its benefits are subtle but powerful, supporting not just the stomach but also the skin, the joints, and the body's ability to build and protect collagen. What makes miso so special lies in fermentation. Made by fermenting soybeans with a culture called koji miso, is rich in beneficial bacteria that support gut health and improve nutrient absorption. This is crucial for aging bodies, which often struggle to fully absorb the vitamins and minerals needed for tissue repair. By gently healing the digestive system, miso allows the body to better utilize the amino acids, zinc, and vitamin C essential for collagen production. Inside a good bowl of miso soup, you'll often find wakame, a silky seaweed that's naturally rich in minerals and antioxidants. Zinc helps activate the enzymes that build collagen. Vitamin C supports its formation. Together, they form a gentle network of support for your skin's elasticity and your joints' mobility. We often add tofu as well, soft cubes that bring plant-based protein and calcium, and sometimes a touch of scallion or daikon for brightness. Each ingredient is chosen not for taste alone, but for harmony. Modern science continues to confirm what our grandmothers knew: instinctively fermented foods like miso can reduce inflammation, protect collagen from oxidative stress, and promote better aging from the inside out. For people over 60, this can mean fewer aches, brighter skin, and a steadier feeling of strength throughout the day. Some friends in America have told me miso soup feels too unfamiliar or too salty. But miso doesn't have to be overwhelming. A single teaspoon dissolved in hot water with just a few pieces of wakame or tofu can make a nourishing cup. And if you prepare your ingredients the night before, you can have a warm, healing bowl ready in 5 quiet minutes. In Japan, we say, miso soup brings the family together. It's served not just for nourishment, but to create presence connection. Even now, when I sit alone, I never feel lonely with a bowl of miso in my hands. It reminds me that I am cared for, that I care for myself. Soft-boiled eggs, gentle protein, deep nourishment. There is something almost sacred about a soft-boiled egg. In Japan, we call it onsen tamago. An egg gently cooked in warm water, just enough so the white is soft and silky, and the yolk rich golden and slightly runny. It's simple, yes, but it holds deep healing power, especially for aging bodies. Eggs are one of nature's most complete and efficient sources of protein. But what makes them so valuable, especially for those of us in our 60s, 70s, or beyond, is their richness in amino acids, the essential building blocks of collagen. These amino acids help your body rebuild tissues, repair joints, and maintain skin elasticity. Every time you eat an egg, you're giving your body quiet tools to rebuild itself from the inside. What makes soft-boiled eggs so unique is their digestibility. For seniors who may struggle with heavier meals or slower digestion, a soft-boiled egg offers nutrients that are easily absorbed without the heaviness. It nourishes gently. No bloating, no burden. The yolk in particular is a golden treasure. It's packed with biotin, which supports healthy skin, hair, and nails, and helps your body process the collagen it makes. It also contains choline, a vital nutrient for brain health, memory, and a stable nervous system. These are not flashy nutrients, but they quietly protect the parts of us that matter most as we age. When I was young, my grandmother had a ritual. Each morning, she would carefully place one soft-boiled egg on top of freshly steamed rice. Just a drizzle of soy sauce, a pinch of chopped green onions. We would gently stir it until the yolk coated the grains, turning everything into a warm, creamy, soothing bowl. It was simple, but it felt like medicine. It still does. There's something about the softness of a well-cooked egg that teaches us something about care. In contrast, I've watched how many American breakfasts rely on fried eggs, crispy edges cooked in oils often served alongside processed meats. These may be familiar, even comforting, but they don't offer the same kind of deep cellular nourishment. And too much frying, especially with refined oils, can increase inflammation, which breaks down collagen faster. If you want to care for your collagen and your body as a whole, try preparing your eggs gently. Soft-boiled, steamed, poached. Let the flavor speak without butter or salt or spice. Let the egg be enough. One soft-boiled egg in the morning might seem like a small act, but the body doesn't respond to grand gestures. It responds to consistency, to the quiet message we send it, I care for you. Natto, the fermented secret to strong bones and smooth skin. I'll be honest with you, natto is not a food you fall in love with at first bite. Its smell is sharp, its texture sticky and stringy, and its flavor, well, some might call it bold. But for those of us who grew up with it, natto is not strange. It's home. It's medicine passed down through generations, quietly doing its work long before science had a name for it. Made from fermented soybeans, natto is a staple in traditional Japanese breakfasts. You'll find it in tiny foam boxes in every grocery store, often served simply over hot rice with a small packet of mustard, a splash of soy sauce, and sometimes a raw egg. It's humble, unpolished, but deeply nourishing. What makes natto so powerful for aging bodies lies in its fermentation. Deep inside those sticky threads is a rare nutrient called vitamin K2. This vitamin plays a unique role. It helps direct calcium into your bones where it belongs, and keeps it out of your arteries where it can cause harm. For older adults, this means stronger bones, better posture, and a lower risk of fractures or osteoporosis. But the magic doesn't stop there. Vitamin K2 also supports collagen structure. It helps keep the web of collagen fibers in your skin and joints intact, so your skin stays firm and elastic, and your joints move with more ease. Natto also contains polyglutamic acid, a naturally occurring substance that boosts the skin's ability to retain moisture. That means fewer fine lines, less dryness, and a natural healthy glow that no lotion can quite replace. I've met women in their 70s and 80s who eat natto daily and still have smooth, luminous skin without ever touching anti-aging creams. Now I know many Westerners hesitate. The smell, the look, the texture. My cousin in Oregon once laughed and called it cheese with attitude. But I gently taught her a way to ease into it: finely chopped green onions, a spoonful of natto, one raw egg yolk, all stirred until the sticky threads appear, then gently spooned over freshly steamed rice. The heat softens the flavor, and the result is creamy, like a savory breakfast pudding with a touch of the sea. It may take time, it may take courage, but the changes come slowly, steadily: lighter joints, clearer skin, stronger nails, better digestion. And more than anything, a sense of doing something deeply kind for your body, something that connects you not to trends but to tradition. Natto isn't about instant pleasure, it's about trust. Trusting that ancient foods carry ancient wisdom. Trusting that health doesn't always taste sweet or smooth, but that it speaks to us in quiet, lasting ways. There is a quiet strength in foods that challenge us. They ask us to slow down, open our minds, and return to the natural rhythm of healing. Natto is one of those foods. And for those willing to welcome it, it often gives more than it takes. And here's something else I've come to realize: eating natto is not just about nutrients, it's about rhythm. The act of stirring it slowly in the morning, hearing the gentle crack of an egg, watching the steam rise from the rice, it grounds you. It brings you back to your body, to the moment, to the memory of hands that once prepared it for you with love and intention. Warm green tea, a morning ritual that protects from within. Long before breakfast is served in a Japanese home, you'll often hear the gentle sound of water boiling and the soft clink of a porcelain cup. That is the beginning of our day. A cup of warm green tea sipped slowly in silence or in quiet conversation. Before any food touches our lips, we prepare our hearts and our bodies with this simple ritual. Though it's not a food, green tea is a quiet guardian of health, especially as we age. What makes it so special is a powerful compound called EGCG epigallocatechin, galate, a natural antioxidant found almost exclusively in green tea. EGCG works like a shield inside the body, protecting our existing collagen from being broken down by time stress and environmental damage. As we grow older, free radicals, those tiny, unstable molecules, begin to collect in our systems, damaging skin cells, joint tissues, and even bone structure. EGCG neutralizes them, slowing down the visible and invisible signs of aging. It doesn't just keep wrinkles away, it reaches deeper into the cellular level where real health begins. It supports smoother skin, calmer joints, and stronger connective tissues. Green tea also supports the gut, brain, and heart without the harsh stimulation that comes with coffee. While coffee jolts the system and can lead to dehydration or energy crashes, green tea offers something gentler, a calm alertness paired with quiet hydration. That matters especially in the morning when our bodies are waking, slowly asking for kindness. In my home, we never gulp green tea. We sip, we breathe, and we listen. The act of drinking tea is not just about taste, it's about reconnecting with your own rhythm, letting the warmth of the cup soften the stiffness in your fingers, letting the steam open your senses. This mindful pause becomes part of its magic. One of my favorite memories is of my grandmother sitting at the edge of the garden just after dawn, holding her tea with both hands, eyes closed, smiling. She lived to 97 and had skin like folded silk, soft but resilient. When I asked her how she stayed so strong, she said simply, "I drink tea with the morning. It keeps me soft but not weak. And you don't need anything fancy to begin. A small cup, a handful of tea leaves, or even a good quality tea bag. Use hot but not boiling water and steep it gently. No sugar, no milk. Just the pure taste of the leaves touched by sun, wind, and time. Let it be simple. Let it be yours." If you're used to coffee, try replacing it just once or twice a week with green tea. Notice how your body responds. The steadier energy, the lighter mood, the quieter joints. These are not dramatic changes, but they are lasting ones. What I've shared with you today isn't just about nutrition, it's about remembering. Remembering that the first hour of the day is a quiet doorway, and what we choose to place inside, it shapes how we walk through the rest of our lives. You don't need expensive supplements to protect your collagen. You need warmth, intention, and foods that have stood the test of time. A piece of grilled salmon, a bowl of miso soup, a soft boiled egg, a spoonful of natto, a cup of green tea. These are not just ingredients, they are expressions of care. For me, these morning rituals have been my anchor. They've carried me through decades with strength, softness, and peace. They are not loud, they are not modern, but they work. So tomorrow morning, I hope you pause, sit, sip something warm, feed your body something kind, And know that even in the simplest of routines, there is deep healing. Please share in the comments, what does your morning look like? I'd love to hear your story. And if this video brought you calm or inspiration, please subscribe and stay with us for more.